guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to do a little bit of pack openings. I am still waiting on my booster boxes to get here, the ones that people had recommended that I get to open for videos. So instead of just doing nothing but talking at the camera for the next week or so, I do have some single packs that I have decided to open. I have a couple of the Dollar Tree packs. They're not super common around here. I had to drive like 40 miles one way to find a dollar store that had them. I do know a couple collectors in the area, so they might have been buying them all up looking for the hyper rare cards that people were pulling from these. I did see on Instagram quite a few people opening the dollar store packs on their live streams for Instagram, and they were pulling hyper rare cards. I don't think I'm going to have that good of luck with 5 packs, but we'll see. I also have some older packs that I'm going to open. These are nothing special. They're not expensive. These are the black and white preview packs. So with these cards, there is 5 in this pack, and then the rest of them have 3, and they're all commons according to what I've read online. If we get something different, that might mean these were resealed, and it might mean that the information that I read was incorrect. But either way, I got a couple packs to open. They're not full packs. The dollar store packs, as you know, have 3 cards, and like I said, these have 3, and then one has 5. So I'm just going to get into this. I'm still having trouble getting my last stream uploaded as a video, so bear with me on that. Eventually it will be up. We've got a Darumaka, a Sandile, if I can get it to focus, there we go, and an energy card. I think these cards are pretty interesting. I like how they have actually taken a piece of Pokemon merchandise and photographed it in real life instead of it being computer generated. They're not the most breathtaking cards because they're not, you know, hyper artistic and fancy with computer graphic designs, but I think they're just kind of a neat break from the normal cards that we see. All right, and for this one we have Ghastly, Carvana, such a rare card, and Weepinbell. I actually don't think I've seen this card. It's kind of funny that it's got the poison shooting out of Weepinbell's mouth. I don't know if anybody else's childhood was ruined by the Victory Bell story, but I learned from my wife that Victory Bell screams in the original Pokemon series. If no one watches it, it doesn't say its name like most Pokemon do. It just screeches and then tries to eat James. But the reason that it screams is it's not actually Victory Bell that's screaming. It's the things that Victory Bell has eaten that are digesting inside of it that are trying to get help to get out, apparently, because it is based off of a real life plant that does that. So, yeah, childhood ruined. Also, for anybody watching, I would love to see your comments on what got you started in collecting, because when I talk to people on social media at all about collecting, whether it's I'm going to buy cards from them or I'm just striking up a conversation or vice versa, one of the first questions I always ask, and I am always asked, is how long have you been collecting? What got you into collecting? So I'd be super interested to see how many of you never collected as a child, or maybe you collected as a child and then grew out of it and got back into it, or maybe you're collecting now with your kids. But I would absolutely love to hear your stories because I think they're awesome. Everybody has their own reason for getting into it, and I want to hear your stories. Okay, so first in this pack we have a Grubbin, a Geodude, and then Lieutenant Surge's Strategy. The other day was talking with my wife about Geodude. It was late at night and I guess I was just super tired, but I kept laughing because I couldn't figure out how he floats, because he just kind of hovers, but he's just a rock with buff arms. And I laughed for way too long about that. So if anybody knows why or how Geodude floats and is not considered a flying type Pokemon, I'd be interested to know. Doesn't look like we're gonna get anything too good out of these, but I don't want to make this a super long video anyway because my last one was way too long. I had recorded that one like 3 times already and for some reason couldn't stop talking. Okay, Litten. I think Litten is adorable. I like the design in the cards, and I like how they are starting to put 2 different versions of some Pokemon in each set. So they're like I think it's Unbroken Bonds. There's 2 different Litten cards, and they're right next to each other. I think it's cute. Then Licky Licky doesn't look as crazy as some of the cards of this Pokemon that I've seen. There's one where it looks like a brighter pink color, and he kind of reminds me of the Millennium Earl from D. Gray Man. I don't know how many of you watch anime, but my wife and daughter got me so hard into a lot of different animes, and that was one of them. But he kind of reminds me of the Millennium Earl, who is the bad guy, or I guess that's kind of a subjective term. Then Hitmontop. I had never seen Hitmontop in a Pokemon TV series until recently, and it was the Johto series that I had seen it in, and I was blown away by the sheer size of this Pokemon. I was expecting it to be like a Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee size, where they're kind of slender. They're obviously smaller than their trainers, but even in the cards, Hitmontop doesn't look slender, so I don't know why I was expecting a different Pokemon, and I'm not body shaming Hitmontop at all. It was just super weird to see that its head is really so big and its body is pretty large. I always thought he would be small. Oh, Drowsy Sitting on a Tree. It's another super common card from Unbroken Bonds. I remember seeing Leonhardt pull this a bunch of times, and he would always sing Drowsy Sitting in a Tree, or like say it to a tune. Pikachu. I think that's a cute card. And a Dark Energy. Doesn't look like we're gonna, oh, that's the last one, so no, nothing good out of those. Now, if anybody has been collecting since the Black and White series, I'd be interested to know, because you've probably seen these cards if you did any pre-release events, or maybe if you were in a league and they gave these out, because I know the leagues sometimes do special stuff too. So this is the Black and White preview pack. This one has 5 cards. I got a big set of these preview packs off of eBay. I got 48 packs. I think it was $50. Just to put in my stockpile of like little sealed stuff. I'm always on the lookout for stuff that's not super costly, just because I like the way that the sealed stuff looks. Obviously stuff like the booster boxes from Wizard of the Coast isn't going to be something that really shows up in my collection. And we have a Sandile, Pidove, Purloin, Patrat or Patrat, I'm going to call him Patrat, and Lillipup. I like Lillipup, and I like Herdier, and I like Stoutland. I think it's an adorable Pokemon. I like that they moved to making some Pokemon look similar to our animals in the real world, but I think that might have just been because they were running out of ideas and designs. This is the Black and White Noble Victory sample pack. I think there were 2 different types of sample packs, because I did get another one of these that was like brownish gold in color, but there was only one in it, so I didn't want to open it. All right, so we've got Axew. I've only seen part of Pokemon Black and White, the TV series, where they're in the Unova region. I think at one point it was the only other season we could find online, because we apparently didn't look hard enough. And Tynamo, he's very common to see in the Unified Mindset. Frillish. And then, oh, that's cute. This is a little set list for black and white Noble Victories. I think that's cute. I like that. I wish they would put the set lists in the packs now. I do like how they put them in the Elite Trainer boxes though, in that little player's book. I think that's super helpful. I do use the set lists. I put them in my binders with my Pokemon cards to keep track of which ones I have and which ones I need. I know a lot of people use the Poke Collector app for that. It's also very good. I can link that in the description below if someone has not heard of it. So this is the Black and White Emerging Power sample pack. 3 cards in this one as well, and it looks like another set list. There's also a Reddit user who I used to get some of the set lists from the older sets, like Gym Heroes and Jungle, Gym Challenge, and then Pokemon.com actually has PDFs of some of the new stuff too. So I'm also going to link that in case anybody wants to put it in their binders. All right, this was one I'm not familiar with, Basculin. Cottony, we're all familiar with Cottony. Deerling, not too familiar with Deerling either. Who knows if that still works, but have yourself some black and white Pokemon, guys. Make sure if you take the code card that you leave it in the comments below so people don't waste their time trying to claim it and it's already been claimed. All right, this is the last one. It is the black and white sampling pack. It only has 3 cards, unlike the other regular black and white sampling pack that had 5. All right, look at that. We have 2 Joltics in this one. That's kind of suspect. Joltik, Deerling, and Joltik again. 2 different cards though, so I think that's kind of silly that they put, even though it's different artwork, 2 of the same card in one pack. I think I had a code card for that, but it dropped. It did. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed opening those packs with me. We didn't get anything great. I do have quite a few other dollar store packs that I had stashed away, so maybe we'll go through some more of those in the next video and see if we can pull something hyper rare.